Okay, so let's see. This is the new that's the EAM. This is the new interface for version 24. So we're going to log in. So for those of you that you do customizations to the GUI, if there's anybody out there, you can do background color customizations, but like changing the text and changing the logo is not available yet. They're talking about that being out in the next release. So this is what the new interface looks like. So it brings up the dashboard page like it did in the past, but notice that there's really no tabs across the top anymore. All of your items that were tabular items are now in a menu bar over on the left side of the screen. It has all of the same items that your tabs had. It's just in a menu format. So that's change number one. It still has the old monitoring tab that it used to have. So the monitoring tab with your views is all the same. However, there is a new monitoring tab, and that monitoring tab is a different display of your views. So these are the two views that I have in my environment. And if we click on successful jobs as an example, it'll show us all the jobs that are at a success status. So my filter for this view is basically jobs where the status equals success. So it's going to show me all the information. From here, though, if I wanted to take a job and run it, I can come over here to the actions menu. Let's highlight a couple of jobs. We can come over to the actions menu and you can change status for start the jobs. You can export job definitions from here. You can export the view. And you can look at any alerts that are out there for those jobs. I don't have any right now. The other functionality that you can do here is let me go into one of my jobs and you'll see my job runs are not here. There should be job runs here for this. Give me just a minute. Make sure I'm looking at the right job. Yeah, this is the one. It'll list the current job runs. I think mine have deleted because they're all basically were successful or the successes go away. But what this will allow you to do is you can click on a failed job run. It'll show you all the past runs. And when you look at the history, you can look at the job logs from here. And when you look at the job logs, you can actually do a diff between multiple runs of job logs. So if I have a successful job and a failed job in the list here, I can look at the standard out files for both of those jobs side by side, and it'll do a diff for me on those job logs. So that's a new good feature. Up on the top here is the new search functionality. If I type a name, it'll show me any jobs with that name value in there. So, and I can click on it and it brings it up here. Oh, here it is. Here's all my job runs. So if I come in here and I do, I click on this failed job run right here, it brings me up this interface. And I can go to the standard output on this, and it's going to show me the standard out for that job. If I want to compare that to a successful job, I can pick the job run that I want to compare it to, and it's going to show me the difference in those logs. So that's new functionality. And it actually has a find function. If you had a big long job, you had a big long job string, job string in your standard out, you can do a find on it and find text inside the log. And I can go and I can do, I can perform an action on any of these. I can force start the job again if I want. Let's see what else here. So that's the new search results. There is so yeah, let's go into the quick edit tab where we would create a new job. So for those of you that are on 11.3, this is going to be all new to you. For those of you that are on 12.0, some of this is going to be new to you, but there's a new form for creating jobs. So if we go to the create function and I go to a command job to create a command job, it now has a different form for creating your jobs. It's more of a tabular view than a form view. However, all of these tabs down here contain all the same data that you had in the old interface. They're just on a tabular format instead of in a form that it was before. You can also just do a pull down and pick the agent from the list that you want when you're plugging job attributes in. Um, so this is something you're going to need to train on if your end user community is not used to this interface. This is a big change for creating jobs. So when we view a job in the quick view tab, it still looks the same. So if I go to quick view and I just pull up one of my jobs, this looks the same. But if you click quick edit from here, as in today's world, it's going to bring up this new form. So any job edits are in this form. So that's a big change. If I go to the help button up here on the top, here's the new help menu, and I'm in the quick view tab, so it's going to give me quick view help. If I need more information, like I don't know how to create a new job. I want to create a new job. I can go up here to the little icon up in the help bar, and that's the assistant icon. It'll bring up the assistant, and then if I type, how do I create a job? And then I click the go button. This is using AI from their data source to answer my question. So it gives you step-by-step instructions on how to create a job. You go to quick edit, you click the create job button. So it defines you how to do that. If I ask it, how do I create a command job? Even with my misspelling, let's see if it it should give us what we're looking for. There you go. Creating a command job. It's AI, so it figured out what I actually wanted, even though I mistyped it. And it's giving you all the job attributes for a command job. Okay. So there's some new functionality in the help module. I believe that this AI stuff can be turned off if your company has a problem with it. That's pretty much the changes in the web interface. Just a different look and feel, but something that end users would have to be trained on.